It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Throwing here, Howell. Escaping the pressure right. And Walker has it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Well, Howell's going to mix it up here. 2nd and 3. Finding Walker complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Ken Walker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end. Belted at the end of that one.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready. Hey. Lion. Go.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Darius Rush providing the hit on the play defensively. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. So that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes, and the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. There he goes, right side. Now look out. He's to the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Kenneth Walker. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. In motion, Hill. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Back to throw again. He'll dump this off to Achane. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Open man here is Benson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kendre Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll get this to the 32. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Set.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Panthers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Eluding the pressure right. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Flush to his right. Got him in. It's Tyquan Thornton. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. A gear for Walker running right. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Howell sliding down, and he picks up the first on that play. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, here's Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Now a 3rd and 6. And Howell will throw it. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. 2nd down and 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. Down the left sideline, Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 97 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Howell out of the shotgun. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Mecole Hardman, 70 yards. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. He'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
70 Rangers.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's go. 65.
throw from the gun. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chigakakro in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Benson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now Achane on 1st and 10. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. Achane. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Walker to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 124 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
70 Lion, 19 Lion.
First and 10
Here we
at
go,
the 40-yard line.
Check go.
Howell down to throw it. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This second and 4.
60 Eagles, 79 Bronco. Go.
Howell. Throw out wide to Walker. And some strong running. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8. Out of the gun, Walker with it. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 43, here's a second and 7. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing here, Howell. Forced out to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse. And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Open man here is Benson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And we're back now in Charlotte. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Up the middle, Achane. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This one thrown underneath to Achane. And here he'll get it down to the 7. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Again, it's Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try for the first with Walker, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. A quick throw, but incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. He finds some open field here. There he goes again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ken Walker with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And one more time, here's Kirk. And out of bounds right around the 20. Here comes 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final score line, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone.